This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello all. Welcome to the next session on SAP workflows. In the last class, we have seen some of the things in the workflow. In our module pool also we have seen, and we have a material request application, material request automation. In this, we have designed one screen with the three screens with the basic details, tax details, and finance details. And we have a create request, change request, and display request. And when I submit it, it triggers the workflow by using the function module SWE underscore event underscore create. And uh, that's what we have seen in the last class. And maybe I am triggering the workflow again. Uh, maybe the transaction is GMAT REQ6. This is the transaction. And I'm going to create a transaction and submit and request item and material type and industry sector is M and plant 1000 and some description of the material. Sales arc is important, guys, and distribution channel is 10 and basic unit is kg and 50 and 50 you can give whatever you want and 0 1 and also weight unit is the kg. Okay, maybe I don't give this. And when I have two buttons for the requester, one is the submit and back, and we are going to do any submit. I'm going to do any submit button and um, so submit, and it creates a request case. See, 26 is my request, and that's it. When I come back, come back, come back, and if you want to see the workflow log SWI1 and take out the dates because date is not consistent. Delete the dates and maybe my workflow is task. This is my workflow task. This is my workflow which is triggered today, and maybe I will go to here and 26 is my task guys. See 26 is my class task, and this is my request number to create a material. It's not a material number, it's a request, tracking request, and this is my workflow guys. See, so first it gets the request header details, and if you go to the container element you can see the request header. See, this is my request header guys. So request number, description, created on, who created is, but I not yet changed, and changed on, and the request status is the submit. I submitted the request and the status is the submitted. And next, if you want to see the request item details, yes, go to the container. This is my task containers. These are all my task containers guys. Each task, this is one task, this is my task container. Second task container. Third task container. But here this is the first one is the workflow container. And maybe I go to the item details and you see the item, and in the item I have given one item. See, item number is 1 FAT. What are the material details? The request details given, that will be in the item details. And also maybe I have an approver details and get approver and go to the container, and you see the three approvers. We have an admin and SAP user and this, and it sends the work item sends to the all the users guys. See, it sends to the all the users in a single shot, but I don't want to do like this. It should send the work item to the uh, approvers one by one. So I have only three approvers. It should follow the three times. It should send the work item to the three approvers. So if I want to send, see, suppose if I take the action, maybe first what I am going to do, maybe I can do the approve or reject. Okay. So maybe if you want to do the approve or reject, where I can go, SBWP, and so SBWP is the transaction where you can do the workflow actions. Okay, so I'm going to the inbox and go to the workflow SBWP, and maybe you can see somewhere 26. Yeah, that's the use of the description. And also you can put this with by using dynamic variables and with the ampersand, and double click on it, and it calls, see guys, it calls the transaction. It's my another transaction, workflow approve transaction it calls. And also, how did I get this number automatically here? So what is the concept which I have implemented to get the uh, uh, what is the concept I have implemented in the last class? What is the concept I have implemented to get here. No, not period. So what is the concept? This I got automatically this. Yeah, no, no, don't to enable disable, but to get the value here, I have used the SAP global memory concept, guys. Set parameter ID and get parameter ID. That is the concept I have used to get the value over here. And also we have maintained the parameter IDs in the TN TPA RA table, guys. That's the concept in the last class we have discussed. And maybe here, maybe in even item also, I should not be, it should not be in the editable mode, guys. It should be in the disable mode. That you need to take care. Maybe I am not doing that, but what I need to do is when I approve it, guys, actually when I approve it, so this task is not yet completed. See, I approved it, back and back, still you see the work item is here itself. The work item is not completed. The work item is not completed, guys. Why it's not completed? So why it's not completed? So go to the program, go to the workflow SWDD, and go to the task. This is my approval task. Double click on it and go to the task level, and you see, guys, this is my dialog method, and also it's my asynchronous object, asynchronous method, guys. It's not a synchronous method. Synchronous method means you will get a result parameters, but I'm not getting the result parameter. But if you want to complete this task, if you want to complete this task, you need to have a terminating events, guys. So my thing is triggering events and terminating events. Triggering event is to start the workflow, and terminating event is to stop the workflow, guys. So triggering is the key on and terminating is key off, guys. So you need to compare the same way. The workflow, if you want to start, you need to have a triggering event. If you want to start complete the workflow, you need to have a terminating event, guys. That's the difference between triggering events and terminating events. So see, so here asynchronous task, and also one is the triggering events. To start the workflow, we have to raise triggering events, and terminating events to complete the task or total workflow. If it is in a multi-step, okay, we have to raise terminating events. We have to raise terminating events, guys. Okay, so triggering events and terminating triggering events and terminating events, triggering events, and we have to raise RAISE, correct only, start triggering. Okay, two times, that's why it's coming. So we need to have a terminating events. So control V. So maybe we have the terminating. See, guys, I have maintained the terminating events. See, change. So one is approve and reject is reject, guys. Save it. And so what I need to do is I need to raise the events. Whenever I click on the approve button, whenever I click on the approve button, whenever I click on the approve button, so where I need to write that logic, where I have to write that logic, where I have to write that logic, SE38 and yes, PBO or PAI. PAI, whenever you click on a push button, a PAI event will be triggered. Maybe I don't remember the program, no problem, guys. WF approve. What is the transaction? I think GMAT. Well, that is the request to raise the request. For the approval, I have given one more transaction. GMAT WF. Yeah, MAT WFAPP. This is the transaction which I have used. Maybe I will go here. See WFMAT, WFMAT APP. Okay, GWFMAT APP. Workflow material approve and see guys. So here approve reject buttons I have, and go to the system and status. You will get a name, program name, right? So that's the module pool, and no problem. If I don't know the program, I will go to the system and status and program. This is my screen. Double click on the screen, and in this screen and user command. And guys, so guys, in this screen user command, maybe PBO, maybe I am going to do one more thing guys. In the PBO user command 200 PBO, where is that? 200, it's my input. Where is the PBO? Output. No, it's my output. This is the one, huh? This is the one. Maybe I will do one more thing is request number also I am going to modify it guys. Okay, if the control C and control V. So screen name equal to. So what is the table guys? GT request item. Is it GT request item? Modify GTR GTR item, not request. GTR item. GTR item, and field is the REQNO. Okay. If the screen name equal to REQNO, and maybe instead of active, so I need to disable guys. If you want to disable the field, input and input equal to 0. If this is field equal to this, input equal to 0 guys. Pretty printer, and not the request number guys. It should be the item number. What is the item number? Modify GTR item and control space. There is an item number. Yeah. So it's an item number. So ITEM. This also I am going to disable it. Why? Because I didn't remember. That's why I'm doing this. Why? Screen name this. What's the error, guys? It's showing error here. So what is the error it is showing? So and if yeah, save and pretty printer and do the syntax check, and yeah, no errors. And after that, maybe in the PAI, in the PAI of 200, what is the where is the PAI of 200? PAI of 200. Maybe I will go back. Say if I am confusing, this is my PAI, this is my user command 200, this is my PAI. So when back it comes to the back screen, when it is submit, okay, and if it is in a submit, uh, so two things I need to do is, if it is in a submit, I will do the submit button. Maybe back and submit will not be available. Next one is the my next is when APPROVE, when approve. Okay, when you are going to approve this, and I need to raise an event guys. So yeah, it is written. So I need to raise an event when it is an approve button, and this is my request number, and maybe I need to add leading zeros. It seems I'm going to add leading zeros to this. So Control C, Control Z, Control C, and add the leading zeros pattern, and conversion exit alpha input, and put the leading zeros. Control V and Control V. Maybe that is the problem which is coming. Otherwise, it should work. So this is my key, and also I am going to raise the event approve event guys. This is my, and also approved is my status. Save it and pretty printer and do the syntax check, and import is not designed. Yeah, so this is the problem, and do the syntax check and activate pretty printer and activate. So maybe we'll see the approval action. So put the breakpoint under the approval button, guys. I put on a breakpoint. Now maybe I go to the workflow. Maybe I will refresh it. SBWP, SAP Business Workplace. Okay, SBWP, and go to the inbox again and workflow. And it should trigger my work. Click on it. See, guys, and actually it should be disabled mode. Maybe I don't know. I think my sorry, guys. Come back. Activate the screen. I think activate the screen or activate the program. I think program is in disable mode, and go to the program, and it's a this thing only, right? And I think modify screen is there when it is in a approve. Yeah, modify automatically works. Go to the screen 200, screen 200, and go to the modify screen 200. Screen this, screen this. Here it is then a modify statement. So maybe I don't know why it's not working, and come out. And maybe where is the approve button? Approve functionality. So this is the 200 input. See, this is my approve functionality. This is my approve. Maybe I put the breakpoint over it here itself, guys. Maybe the SciUCom is different, it seems. So I put different SciUCom, it seems, and I put breakpoint over there. And the user is same only, right? I'm using the SAP user, and go to the again workflow inbox and come back. See, now it's triggering. Now it's triggering, guys. Back button, but there is no back button. Come back and maybe come back again. I'm going to the SBWP, okay, and inbox. See, until that the task is not yet completed. Why? Because it's an asynchronous task. Asynchronous task will become completed by the terminating events. So my terminating event is not yet triggered. So maybe I'm going to put an approve, and guys, now it's triggering my breakpoint, guys. So it is hanged. Sorry. Stop transaction. Sometimes it's hanging. I don't know. It's so again I go to the SBWP and go to the inbox and workflow and go to the 26. This is my work item. Double click on it and put a approve. Okay. And when I come back, and if I refresh it, so it's not going out. It's not going out, guys. Maybe what's the problem? Double click and approve. Why it's not triggering my breakpoint? I'm not sure. And again, we'll start from fresh the breakpoint. Maybe I will activate the workflow and go to the SE. What is the program? Did you remember SE38? So I think it's in a material request. Huh? It's in a ADG 6. Okay, it's my material request and change. So go to the 200 screen, 200 screen, PAI. In the PAI, I have a back, submit, and approve. So put the breakpoint. Already it's there breakpoint. Maybe delete the breakpoint and put the breakpoint again. Okay, come back, activate the screen, come back and active the program. Okay, I've activated all the things. Now I will go to the here and maybe SBWP 26 and put approve. Why it's not triggering? Why it's not triggering? It should go to the button, push button. I'm not sure why it's not triggering. Reject, no. Back, back triggering. But why those two buttons are not triggering? So what we can do? Maybe I can re-trigger the workflow, guys. Maybe the problem. Okay, is it APPR? Maybe we'll see that. But it should come layout. Okay, APROV, approve. It doesn't fit, I think. Yeah, it's fit. So that's the problem, guys. Then reject is reject. Okay, activate. Flow logic and activate. Come back and activate. Even if that is also, but in user command, I put the breakpoint here itself, guys. So it should come here. It should stop here. That's what I am thinking. So why it's not doing that? Maybe I'll go back and here also modify screen. If the screen name approve, name is it is working. This is working fine, but that's not working fine, guys. Maybe okay. That's okay. No problem. So I should trigger the workflow. It should trigger. Maybe I can. I'm going to restart the regenerate the workflow. Restart one more workflow. How can you do that? SWUE and this is my business object. This is my start workflow. Maybe I can put 26 and okay. Create the event. So it is generating the one more workflow and go back and SBWP and some there is a bug I think workflow 3 and come here. You can see. Uh, Where is my material approval request? It's gone. 23. Yeah, yeah, it's there. So here you can see 138. This is the fresh request. Double click. Yeah, you get the request and approve. And why it's not triggering? Okay, slash h and approve. So maybe I do like this. F7 and F7. See, psi you come. Okay, breakpoint is deleted. Save it. See material request. Save. And this psi ucom equal to the APP ROV and when it is APP ROE and do the request number 26 and add the leading zeros and LV key, take the LV key and SAP WAPI create event and generate an event APP ROV guys. Is the event is correct? So go to the business object SWO1 and event is this and display and events and APPROV guys. Okay, so F6 and size of RC 0 and status is approved and GTR header, and maybe I'm going to do the approval and F6 and F8. It is raising the event. Whenever it raises the event, the terminating event, and guys, so it should it should remove this work item from here. It should remove. Yeah, now it is removed guys. See, now it is triggered. So your items for the 26 are the workflows available? No guys. And when I go to and see my this thing workflow log SWI1 and take it out, now it is triggered. See, execute. And the 26 guys, see the 126 item, this is my 126 item fresh, and double, see the status is completed, the status is completed. So now you can see the total workflow is completed guys. So once, but here he approved how many work items it sends? It sends only one work item. And also this action, who executed this approval material task, some Akshit is executed this task, and so it is completed status, all in the blue status, all work items in the blue status. In the header level, if you see this is completed, means total workflow is completed. And if you want to see in the graphical, click on the graphical log, you see the step is completed, this step is completed, and get approval is completed, approval also completed, and it sends an email also guys. So your request has been approved. So if you want to check the status of the emails, what is the transaction code? SOST, perfect. And go to the SOST, and you can see your request has been approved, and it will send the emails guys. Just if I execute this, it will send an email to the external email ID, but it's not a internet email commission. But if you get this, means it sends an email, and you can see guys, hi requester, your request has been approved. So how you are getting the messages, right? The same concept. So whenever you withdraw something, so I got an email from the Standard Chartered Bank, so automatically you are getting the emails. The concept behind is the workflow guys. Here also we are going to send an emails, and so this is the email which has been sent, your request has been approved. Okay, so here you can see this is my subject, and if you want to see total, see here there is a display document. So this is my subject, and this is my body of the email guys, body of the email. Maybe if you want to print the request numbers also, I can print it. But when it is approved, my next functionality is I should create a material guys. So here it is approved, I will send an approval email, and also I have to create the material with the requested information. Since your request is completed, I need to create a material. I need to take the material from the item details. I have to create a material with by using BAPI. So that step is one thing I need to do. And one more thing, actually here once one approver approves, it approved, but my functionality is not like that. I have an three approvers, the three approvers should approve this task. So that's my requirement guys. If you want to do that, and you should not send the work item at a time single shot, you should not send it to the three people. So you need to send one by one. If you want to send it, you need to use the loop until step guys. So I am going to, so this is the work item, this task will do the work item, and maybe before this task I'm going to create a loop until, create a loop until step, and this is my loop until step, and uh, loop all approvers, loop all approvals. And also guys, I am going to put one counter. So number of approvers is my counter guys, number of approvers, number of approvers who approved it. Okay, that's my counter, number of approvers. So this is my counter, control V and control V, and my this field is counter. Maybe I can take the integer syst, and in the syst field there are a lot of integers I can see. So site abx is one of the integer. I can take any one and import and export. So when this equal to the my number of approvers equal to the, I have one more thing is the counter. I have one more thing is the counter. I put a counter. So if the one approver approves, my counter equal to 1. If another approver approves, my counter equal to the 2. Like that, I am going to put a counter site abx and properties import and export. So I am creating elements in the workflow container, and here I am going to put condition, guys. So my condition is equal to when counter equal to the, where is that? When counter equal to the number of approvers. When counter, I will put in a counter. When counter equal to, suppose if I have 3 approvers, if the 3 is reached, and I am going to exit the loop, guys. I am going to exit the loops. So all approvers approved. So whenever it reaches, the condition reaches, all approvers reaches. And next one is approval process in progress. So if it is other thing, still there are some approval. That's why I told I will kept the approval process in progress status and okay. So this is my loop until, guys. So approval process in progress status. So in this branch I need to take out this task, cut the task, cut the block, and keep that block in the in process status. This is my completed status. So in I should send here, guys. So here I am going to send it. If you see this kind of things here, there is an alignment, align it. So you are going to get a good alignment and save it and activate but here I need to find out how many approvers I need, guys. See, here I need to find out number of approvers. So I need to calculate. How can you calculate the number of approvers then? How can you calculate the number of approvers? I cannot do here. So what I need to do is the business if you want to write any coding, you have to do in the business object level SW1. And this is my thing, change, simple, go to the methods and get approvals and go to the program. And here, guys, I'm going to calculate where is the get up. Yes, so if sub rc equal to 0, describe table fundamentals, guys. Describe table lt underscore app control space approvers and lines my data. Okay, it's my gv underscore lines. So but I need to have a one parameter, guys. See, so I am sending it to the ex underscore approver. But if I want to send this data to my workflow from above program to the my workflow, I need to have the method. I need to have one import parameter for the counter and come back. And for this, I need to add parameters. I need to add one more parameter, export parameter, and my parameter is the number of approvers. Number of, okay, how to put number of approvers. Okay, take this and take a create element and create element. It's an exporting parameter. It's in a single value and my syst and also my site abx. I can put because it's an integer field. I can take it and put it and okay. And now this is my element, guys. See, and I need to set this value to the method container. So how can I set it? Get approvers and sorry, program. See, guys, how to set the values. See, this is my set table. If it is an internal table, I use this macro. But if it is a variable, what macro I need to use to set the element? What macro I need to use if it is in a variable? What macro? SWC set underscore element, okay, container. And here I need to use my field. This is my field, my parameter, exporting parameter, and my value is in the gv underscore lines. This is exactly the macro definitions. So this is my macro. I set the value to the number of approvers. See, I calculated the value. I set the value. If you want to set the value, if it is in a variable, you need to use the SWC set element. If it is in a table, you need to use the SWC set table. So you are putting in a blank face. I have given the information. See, so don't blame me because you are not reading my PPT. If you read my PPT, you are going to get to know, guys. See, so set element single record set. If it is an internal table, you need to use the set table, guys. See, same thing I did it. So if the table, it's in a set table. If it is an element, it's in a set element, guys. Ready printer and come back and do the syntax check and no syntax error found and generate the object generate the object. So maybe whenever you call this task, maybe, so already I have used this save and activate, guys. Whenever you add something in the business object, it will not be refreshed here in the workflow. What you need to do is you need to go back and come back again, otherwise it will not be reflected, guys. So that's the one thing you need to follow. Whenever you add something, you need to go and you need to so what is my step to get approval details? So get approval details and uh, see, guys, and do this and see. When I save it, it will ask transfer missing elements from the object method. Yes, you need to transfer it. Go to the container and so see, guys, the missing element is generated automatically. Properties, you need to put an import and export and save it and come back. And even when I do the binding, guys, so this is the binding, but I need to get that value, the number of approvers from the task to the workflow. From workflow level, I need to number of approvers, guys. See, so I am getting the value from the task to the workflow. Now I got the value in the workflow container and okay. And also these two parameters, this should be also exporting and importing and okay. And next thing is, see, guys, the approval process, whenever it is approved, so what I am going to do is I am going to increase the counter. If it is one approver is approved, I will increase the counter. If you want to increase the counter, what step I need to use? What step I need to use? Container operation, perfect. So here is my container operation and increase the counter. See, you can do the arithmetic operations by using container operation. That's the step. Container operation, increase the counter and counter increased is my outcome and my result element is the counter. My result element is the counter and counter equal to the counter plus 1, guys. Counter equal to the, where is the counter? Yeah, counter, and assignment is plus and 1. So add each time 1 as a value, guys. See, so every time one, suppose I have 3 approvals, basic, finance, tax. If the basic approved and it comes 0 plus 1, I got one level of approval. Next it goes back and it goes to the finance approver, and when finance approver approves it and it comes here, and that time it is going to add 1 plus 1 equal to 2. When it goes to the 3 and 3, 1 plus 1 equal to 3, yes, now my counter equal to 3, my number of approvers equal to 3, then this workflow, this loop until will be completed, guys. This is what multi-level workflow process achieving. And maybe I put that condition, I have increased the counter, but when I should send an email is, so when the create, maybe like that we can send it, or else after this process complete, after when the loop until is totally complete, that means that time only I have approved all the steps, guys. So that time only I should say it is been approved. So where to select? Yeah, all approvers approved. I should go in this branch. So in this branch, take out this approval step and cut the block. So all approvers approved, then only I should send an email. So all ours are approved, all are approved. But if the one approver rejects, if the one approver rejects, it goes in the reject path. i need to I need to send an email, your reject is completed immediately, create Send email step. Where is the send email? Yeah. hmm, Send email. If one rejector completes, rejects, so I need to send request has been rejected. Hi, requester. Your request has been rejected. Thanks. VDC Technologies Material Master Workflow Team. This is a system generated email. Do not reply back. So that's it, guys. This is the note I am going to put it. This is a system generated email. Do not reply back, guys. That's what I can design in this. And okay. And it's my G workflow. G workflow reject email. It's my rejection email. It's my workflow rejection email. It's in a task. I'm going to create one task for this. And yes, 6. One save it. It's a batch for the workflow, batch 6. And see, guys, so if it is one approver rejects, I'm going to reject this. And also, guys, I will send an email. I'm going to complete this workflow, guys. If I want to complete in between, if I want to complete the workflow in middle of the process, if I want to complete the workflow in the middle of the process, perfect answer, process control and complete workflow. So workflow completed because of request rejection. I need to tell the reason why it's completed. So complete workflow, select the complete workflow. Where is that complete workflow? That's it. And okay, guys, so we are using in the real-time process. In the basics we learn what exactly the process control and all, but the real-time scenario, how we are going to use all these steps, guys. So see, that's my workflow. And now we are going to even the reject functionality also will write the code, guys, how we did for the approve. Even the reject also very simple. And SE38, and what is the program? GEDG6 underscore MAT, and it's my material request and change. And same way, so the approve and reject also we can do it same. So this is my approve and same functionality, guys. Just I need to change the and when it is REJ, very important. You should keep the capital letters, otherwise it doesn't work. And also the event also, it's my uh, reject reject, and also status should be or rejected. This is the code which you need to do it. Is pretty printer and do the syntax check and activate and at the activate, guys. And that's my reject functionality also I have handled. So both I have handled it. And also, guys, so one more thing is, so here if you put like this, so the work item will send to the all the approvers, guys. But if I want to send it one by one, okay, one by one, what I need to do is, so what I need to do is, I need to put an indexing operation, guys. How can I put the index operation? How can I put the index operation one by one? I need to send an a work item. So where I have increasing the counter, wait, I know the solution, wait. So where I put the counter, I am increasing the counter each time. Yeah, this is my counter. Hmm. So this counter actually cut it, this counter, cut the block and keep this this counter here, guys. Paste the block. Okay, I put the counter here. So this counter I need to use. So first time I should send to the approver. The approver is the first approver. I need to send it. Okay. So here the counter comes here, guys. So in the bracket indexing operation, you know, right? The index 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. The first record, the index comes here in the first one. Second record, second one. Third record, third one. So if you want to get that, I need to use in a dynamic perfect. So my dynamic is the counter is my dynamic and end with the dynamic symbol, guys. This is what you need to do. Dynamically, you need to print the value in the index operation. The first time counter one, the first approver it goes. Second time counter, second record it takes. Second manager it goes. Third time, third record it goes, guys. So maybe I'm going to activate this workflow, and maybe what I can do is I'll go to the table, guys, and that user is does not exist. Maybe I will change the users descriptions. So SAP user SU01 SU01 to make you more understandable. I will change the name of this guy. So SAP user, I put this name as a basic approver. Maybe say basic, first name basic, second name is approver. It's my basic approver. See, I am putting clear descriptions to make you more understandable. So this is my basic approver, guys. Save. And next one is the ID admin. ID admin and change, and is my finance or tax approver. TAX, and it's my APPROVR tax approver. And next one is workflow user one and change. So I think user one is not there. User change. No. So no, I will create one more user. Finance approval. Fin app. This is my user ID, guys. I'm going to create one more user, guys. SAP user, and copy this user and copy this. Sorry, FIN a approver. Finance app. Finance approver. This is the user, guys. Finance approver is the user. Copy and copy this user ID from SAP user ID and set the password. Welcome 123 and welcome 123. Save it. And I have created one more user. I need to assign this user in that finance approver. FIN APP. Okay, maybe go to the table SE 11. And what is the table for the approvers? GT approver, and change and go to the utilities and table contents and create entries. And you see maybe so take this SE16N and enter and execute, and I can change this user, third user, to the finance user. FIN. So US you need to prefix FIN APP. That's it. So three users. One is the admin. Maybe the first is the basic, guys. Who is the basic here? SAP. SAP user is the basic. And second one is the tax. Now tax user is the ID admin. ID admin. See, basic and tax and finance approvers. So three users I set. Three users I set it, guys. Maybe now I am going to create a request GMAT REQ6. I am going to create a request, and this is my request, and submit and workflow total scenario test. This is my final test, guys, and submit the request. And this is important. You should enable this field as a mandatory field if it is in a real time. And and plant is 1000 and workflow material full scenario test. And sales organization is also mandatory, and there may be storage location and distribution channel 10, and basic unit to kg, and put some values. And I will come to this part, what are the very important things, what are required whenever we create the material using BAP. At that time we will come to know what are all the things required, and after all the approvals, then I will go to the material creation process in the workflow, guys. So submit, and a request is submitted, the request number is the 27, and that's it. And go back, and go back, and go back. And if you want to see the workflow status, SWIN, maybe that is already opened. No, it's not opened. And maybe I can refresh here, guys. See, definitely I should get, I am in a basic approver, see, 800, and I should get that 27 workflow should comes into my inbox. And refresh. And guys, see, this comes to the 27. Maybe from here also I can go to the workflow log, guys. Select this work item. So here there is a button, display workflow log. So display workflow log. And guys, so first get approver for the request. First I am going to see this, go to the container, and see, guys, number of approvers are the 3 approvers. And the 3 approvers are, you can see sequence 1 2 3, and SAP user, and ID admin, and finance approver, right? So next it goes to the which approver. So maybe it is looping, guys. So loop all approvers. I am doing in a loop with all the approvers, and increase counter, and my counter is 1. See, counter equal to counter plus 1, and first loop the counter equal to the 1. Everything it is going to display, guys. That's the beauty of SAP, beauty of the workflow, not SAP, beauty of the workflow. You can see everything in the log itself. But if it is in a program, if you execute it, that's it, you cannot see anything. But here you can see every step, it will be logged. And this is my log, the counter is equal to the 1, and it goes to the, this is the person. And if I click on the person, you can see the agents, and go to the agents. See, first it goes to the, it is not refreshed. Actually it should, the text should be the basic approver. It is not refreshed. Maybe if I log off, then it will be refreshed, guys. The next thing is, yeah, it is pending. See, it is ready, it's in a ready status. See, status is ready. This workflow is waiting to approve this, work item from this user, guys. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to approve it from my inbox, and come back, and I am going to approve this, and double click on this, and go here and approve it. And see, my debugger is triggered, and come here, and when it is an approve, and do this, and do this, and do this. And guys, actually this, I should not put a here, my status is wrong, and I put in a status of different statuses. See, and go to the table level S11, and I did a mistake, and my status is, if finance is approved, finance, like that I put the status GT or header. If you see the header, I have given different statuses in the domain level. So when I should put up A is, if all is approved, then only I put A. So first one is B, I put basic approved, T tax approved, and like that I need to put in a process, guys. Maybe what I am going to do in the debugging, I can change, it's in a basic approver, I can change this value to the B, not A. I can change this value to the B. That's it. And one level of approval is done, and come back. One level of approval is done, come back, and come back, and maybe you can see the workflow log, and see, guys, one level of approval, the person symbol is completed. See, and loop all approvers, and increase the counter. Now you can see the counter comes to the second, and it goes to the work item approval, it goes to the work item and agents. Now it goes to see tax approver, guys. It goes to the tax approver. Who is the tax approver? Who is the tax approver? Huh? ID admin is the tax approver. I will go to the user ID admin, guys. See, I will go to the user ID. Where is that? It's hanged. I will log in again, and ID admin. Password is IDES, guys. Don't change the password, please. Okay. So it will be problem. It's my super user ID. Don't change this password. This is the thing. And if you want to approve the work item, go to the SBWP and go to the inbox and workflow. And this is the 27. Yeah, this is my 27. Approve material request 27. And double click on it. And maybe I'm watching some finance detail, tax details. See, this is my tax details. And maybe there is no tax details here. There is no tax details here. I'm going to reject this request, guys. See, I'm rejecting this request because the tax details are not there. And come back and come back and see the workflow log and see, guys. See, so this workflow is completed, mail sent, and workflow is completed status. Maybe I will go in the technical view, and this view is not good. Okay, you will confuse with this view. Always you need to go to the technical view, go to the log and print all, and you can see, guys. So this is my second approval process. See, two person symbols, one person symbol and second person symbol. First person symbol is approved, but the second person symbol, this is rejected. And so it goes to the, your request has been rejected and you have completed the workflow. Your workflow status is completed, and the state, see the status. And so go to the SOST and you can see there is a rejection email. Why? Okay, someone is doing email with the loop. Okay, so Visu, you did a loop with the email, so it's continuously triggering, continuously triggering. So it will hang the performance, Visu. So don't put loops, unconditional loop. You should not put it. You have to put the loop with the conditional. Please take a counter and increase the counter. Counter equal to 3 and the loop. That's it. Okay, don't use nested loops. And so it is a tech Gmail demo for ALV. Okay, someone is testing the other thing as well. I don't know what is it. And my email should be rejection email. So this is an ALV list. Someone is sending ALV list to the output. I don't know that also. Huh? Number of? Yeah. See, your request has been rejected, guys. So that's a very good catch. And this is the, your request has been rejected, guys. The requester, your request has been rejected. It completes the total workflow, guys. It completes the total workflow. And maybe if you approve 3 levels and it will be approved, but I need to handle how to create the material by using workflow automatically inside my workflow. When it is approved 3 levels, I need to do an approval process. That we will see in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay, so this is enough for a heavy dose. Okay, do this until this step, and we'll do the next process, the material creation, in the tomorrow's class. And also we'll see the deadlines also, and deadline monitoring, that we will see in the tomorrow's class. And different types of agents and deadline monitoring and troubleshooting and organizational management maybe. So first, second, third, yeah, until next Saturday we'll do the workflow. And after Dasra we start the idocs, sorry, OData, guys. Okay, we are going to start smart forms. I am keeping hold, and OData for you. Yeah, object orientation is enough for me. That's it. Okay, so until the Dasra, we are going to discuss workflow with deeply. We are going to talk about, guys. So if you do this workflow, guys, today's workflow, this is very good workflow, guys. Until today, so you are going to get a lot of knowledge on this in the workflow. This is my workflow. I have more workflow. It's my real-time workflow, guys, and you can explain this workflow in the, in your objects as well. Okay, so you can do a lot of things. I didn't do much. The module pull side you can do. And also, guys, I can see all the requests in the ALV report in here 2 minutes. SE38. And so my workflow report. See, I did a workflow report. So for the material underscore workflow underscore report. Okay. So what I am going to do, this is my ALV report, and create the report. So simple report I am going to do, and executable program, save and save and save and okay. and I'm going to write a I don't put any input. Maybe I can have the input, but for now I don't put any input. And uh, select request select request number, maybe status, and item. Maybe this field should be from the GTR control space control GTR header and twilt. I'm doing an inner join. Okay, so I don't want to complicate this simple report. I'm going to do it, guys. So status here, and from here item, and maybe I do just three fields you have to add, guys. I'm using only three fields: item, status, and request number. uh, Material number, yeah, that also should be there, correct. And I will add it later. Just I am using from GTR header, and this is my header, and also inner join and GTR uh, item item control space GTRI item. Okay, and on GTR header and field request number GTR header, and it's my twilt request number equal to the GTR item, and twilt, it's my request number, and into table at the rate data, it's my GT underscore final. Okay, that's it, right? That's it. So maybe I'm using the open SQL. Maybe I need to use the escaping variables, and at the rate I need to use the escaping variables. Huh? So two times, and maybe I should use the comma, and that's it. Save, and pretty printer do the syntax, and wrong table name, the table alias name, GTR item, table alias name, table alias name, uh, inner join this that. Okay, maybe I will put like this. From this, I will do the alias names as T1. This is my table one, and inner join this as T2, and I will use the T1. It's my T1, and it's my T2. It's my T2, and maybe I need to use the here also, guys. At the rate I need to use on as T2 T1 tilt at the rate. Maybe I should not use this, and do the syntax check, and uh, okay, I think, yeah, this is the one. And okay, whenever you put the alias, you have to use like this T1, and here also you need to use T1, and it's my T2, guys, and do the see, no syntax errors found. That's it. This is the one way of doing the inner join. And what is the class, guys? And class call method cl underscore salv underscore table. Okay, so people are fearing to use this class, I have seen, but it's very easy, guys, very easy. So this is my, that's it, and this is my go underscore alv, and my table is gt underscore final, and that's it. And enable the exception, and whenever you want to catch, you need to try, and try, do the and try, that's it. And call method geo underscore alv, and it's an instance method, guys. It's an object, so I can use the inline declarations in the class level, guys, but function model I cannot. But in the class level I can use it and display the method, and control space and enter. That's it. Pretty printer, do the syntax check and enter and execute, and see, guys, my 27 is rejected. See, my 27 request is, see, I will get more here. Even I should get a description here, guys. So we have to do, these are all real time things. See, so we just getting in a C, but I should get an R means rejected here. How we can get it? So that kind of things also we can see. And also we see the, suppose if it is approved, and what is the material number which is created. So the report also we can do here. So in this object we have covered the database tables, we have covered the business objects, we have covered the reports, we have covered the workflows, and we have, next we are going to cover the BAPIs as well. Okay, and also we'll see the interactiveness on this. So total entire things, module pool also we have covered. With the heavy dose we have covered the module pool programs. It's a real-time object, and with this single object you can easily crack the interviews, guys. You can easily crack the interviews, but you need to practice it. So otherwise you cannot crack it. That's it for today. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. And take the things